Okay.
Dear fellow Toastmasters, you remember last month I shared about Jacob finally reunited with his father Isaac, and Isaac lived to 180 years old before he passed away. After Jacob and Esau buried their father, Jacob settled down at a place where his father lived, which is in the land of Canaan. Now Jacob loved his youngest son Joseph more than all of his other sons because he had Joseph at his old age. When Joseph was 17, he made a robe for him, a colorful robe. When Joseph's brothers saw that, they were jealous and they did not want to talk to Joseph. One day, Joseph had a dream and he shared with his brothers. He said, "Listen, I saw in my dream we're all binding straws of grain, but my straws stand upright in the middle, while your straws bow down towards mine." When his brothers heard that, they were very unhappy with Joseph. Another time, Joseph had another dream, and he said to his brothers as well as his father, he said, "Listen, I saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bow down to me." When his father heard that, he rebuked him and said, "What kind of dream you have? Are you saying that me, your mother, and all your brothers will bow down to you?" Then Joseph's brothers hated him even more, but Jacob kept that in his mind. One day, Joseph's brothers were grazing their flocks in the land of Shechem, and Jacob said to Joseph, "Please go and see if all is well with your brothers as well as with the herds. Then bring message back to me." So Jacob sent Joseph out to the land of Shechem. When his brothers saw him from a distance, they plotted to kill him because they hated him. So they said, "Look, the dreamer is coming. Let us kill him and throw him in one of the pits. And we'll say to our father that he is devoured by wild animals. Let's see how his dreams come true." So when Joseph came to his brothers, they took him and took off his robe, the colorful robe that his father made for him, and they threw him in one of the pits. Then they sat down to have a meal. Later on, they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites coming from Gilead towards Egypt. Then Judah suggested, "Let's don't kill him. He's our brother, isn't it? Why not we sell him to the Ishmaelites and get some money?" So they took Joseph out from the pit and sold him to the Ishmaelites at 20 shekels of silver. Then they killed a goat and took the robe and dipped into the blood and brought the robe back to their father and said, "We found this robe on our way. Examine if this is your son's robe." When Jacob saw that, he cried out and said, "This is my son's robe. He must be devoured by wild animals." Then he tore his clothes, put on sackcloth, and mourned for Joseph. For many days, his sons and daughter wanted to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. Meanwhile, the Ishmaelites who bought Joseph sold him to one of Pharaoh's officials called Potiphar, and he's also the captain of guards. God was with Joseph, so he gave him success in everything that he did. So Joseph found favor in Potiphar's eyes, and Potiphar put him in charge of all the households and all the things that belonged to him. Now Joseph was well built and handsome. Before long, Potiphar's wife took notice of him. Then she said to him, "Come to bed with me." Joseph refused and said, "My master trusted me. He put me in charge of all his household. No one is bigger than me in this house." and he has not withheld anything from me except you, because you are his wife. Now how can I do such wicked thing and sin against God? Many times Potiphar's wife tried to tempt Joseph, but he refused, and he even kept a distance with his wife. One day, while Joseph was attending some matters at home, and all the servants were not around, so Potiphar's wife grabbed hold of his cloak and said, "Come to bed with me." Joseph quickly left his cloak and ran out of the house. Later in the evening, when Potiphar was back, his wife told him that the Hebrew slave that you brought here trying to be intimate with me, but when I screamed for help, he left his cloak and ran away. You see, his cloak is here. When Potiphar heard that, it was burned with anger. So he took Joseph and threw him into the prison. Dear friends, you see, even God gave Joseph the dream that he will rule over his brothers, but he was first sold by them and ended up in prison. But you know what? Something strange happened in the prison. To find out more, come back here next month. Thank you. Postmaster.